Hello my peeps, it's Antoinette here. Tonight we are making cookies and milk. That's right. We're not having almond milk. We're making real milk. So I'm excited to show you that. But first I wanted to show you, I have my Carb Quick made by Tsp Industries. And I discovered in a Facebook group, somebody mentioned that they actually have the flour. So what they say about the Carbalose flour is that you can use this with any wheat flour recipe or any flour recipe. This is Carbalose low carb white flour. So it's white flour, 2 net carbs. We're gonna try it. So I decided to go to Pinterest and I got Joanna Gaines, her Magnolia table chocolate chip cookie recipe. And luckily the ingredients I can very easily cut in half because I most certainly don't need 40 cookies. A few months ago, I went to Thrift Books when I was looking at the Carb Quick recipes on the Tsp Industries website and discovered this guy, Gregory Pryor. He was a chef, well he still is, but he was a chef that created most of the recipes for the Carb Quick way back when, like 2002. Well, that's when I first started Atkins. Oh, here we go. But I did read this book, and he talks a lot about keeping it simple. And, but, look at this. This must have been from a book signing. Because it's signed by Gregory Pryor in ink. It didn't come with the cover, that was long gone. But, anyway, the book is called A Complete Low Carb Lifestyle by Gregory Pryor. And I do recommend it. It was very informative. All right, so let me get my ingredients together and let's put together these cookies. Oh, and incidentally, look, my Antoinette Nora sign is up that my daughter made me. I just love it. Okay, let's get started. So in a medium bowl, I'm taking my dry ingredients. I have 1 1/4 cup of the Carbalose white flour, and let's see, 1/4 teaspoon of the pink salt, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. So that's what I have in here. It doesn't say to sift the flour, but this Carbalose is real chunky, so I am going to sift it through. Now that it's all sifted, I'm going to set this aside. You can see how very fine the flour is now. Joanna says to line your baking sheet with parchment paper and make sure you got the middle rack available and preheat the oven to 350. Now I haven't done that yet because I've got a couple more things I need to do. For now, I'm just going to set it aside. All right. Because this comes in a generic package so you definitely need a canister. So I'm going to put it in here. This is a 3-pound bag and it's about $10. You can also get it on netrition.com. You get free shipping there if you spend $99. They have a lot of good products. I usually just get it on Amazon though. but I may switch over to that. I did take a look. If you're doing a whole shopping trip, it's a good deal. It's cheaper than Amazon. All right. Next, we're going to add the butter and the sugar and mix it. I'm going to use my KitchenAid handheld. So the butter is unsalted, half a stick. Mind you, I'm doing half the recipe. I will put in the description the full recipe for 40 big gold cookies. So room temperature, unsalted butter. This isn't quite room temperature, but it's getting there. And then, all right, the sugar I have, let's see. She's calling for 2 cups for the full recipe of light brown sugar, so I have the Splenda, and the Splenda is, half the amount. So in my bowl, I just have the half a stick of unsalted butter and a half a cup of my Splenda brown sugar. I'm gonna cream it up. This appears to be pretty easy, so I went ahead and preheated my oven to 350. So now that my brown sugar and butter is creamed, now I'm just going to add an egg, 1 egg, and 3/4 teaspoons of some good vanilla. So this one is a half. This one's a 1/4. All right. And then we're gonna mix that up. This is all creamed up and it smells really good. Okay, add the flour mixture. I'm going to use my Danish whisk because this is really, really good for doughs. This was a product tester item. I know I've told you this before. It's one of my favorite kitchen gadgets. All right. This definitely needed to be sifted. Just mix it up. It's been a long time since I made chocolate chip cookies. I'll tell you that. All right. The Danish whisk is the way to go for sure. Get the rest of it incorporated. Last ingredient is, 3/4 cup, the Lilly's semi-sweet dark chocolate baking chips. I didn't have quite enough, so I did get more today. Or 3/4 of a cup. This is a 1 cupper, so I'm just going to fill it 3/4 of the way full. Let's cut it. Ooh, that's interesting. These are a little different. It says it's new, less sugar. This is 45% cocoa, and this one was, but sweetened with stevia. This one was 55. Let's see what the new ones say. 8 carbs, and there's 5 dietary carbs, no added sugar. 3 erythritol. All right, and that's for serving size. about 30 chips. Serving size is 30 chips, 14 grams. 18 servings in that bag, so that's, yeah. I'll tell you, the new ones are bigger than the old ones. All right, let's put them in. We'll give it a whirl. Now, in looking at this, I don't think it needs this many chips in there. You could really conserve on that, both in carbs, sugar, and chips. All right, so look. Chocolate chip cookie dough. I'm using the largest Rachel Ray tray that I have, and I'm gonna spoon them on and get them in the oven. Oh, it's not preheated. I didn't hit start. My oven isn't preheated yet, but look at these cookies. They look just like chocolate chip cookies. They taste really good too. It looks like I'm going to get about 18 out of there. But look at my milk. See my milk? Now what I did to make my milk was I took 4 tablespoons. I did this morning because I wanted it nice and chilled to see how this works out. 4 tablespoons of my heavy whipping cream. I shook it up really well. And then 8 ounces of purified water. And then I mixed it up. Oh good, it's ready. Then I mixed it up with my little milk frother, and I'll do that again, just a little bit. I did add just a splash of my vanilla almond sweetener because it's very bland. Now this of course is depending on how you like your milk. This is more like, I think, close to whole milk. You can even get a milk mustache with this, unlike almond milk. I don't think I'll ever drink almond milk again as milk. It's goodness, no, this is better. This is my new milk. It's delicious, but of course it's even better chilled. I mean, I would even make a half a pitcher of it. So it just depends on how you like your milk. You'll just have to work with it and see the ratio of purified water to heavy whipping cream and sweetener. It doesn't need a lot of sweetener, just a splash. But it's fabulous. I can't wait to dip my cookies in it. All right, we're gonna put the cookies in the oven. Let's see, 10 to 11 minutes. I'm going to put my milk back in the refrigerator, take a little patio break, and then I'll be back in 10 minutes. Here's my cookies. It smells so amazing in here. Here's my milk. I can't believe I'm having cookies and milk. This is like real milk. It's delicious. Now the cookies aren't like the ones at Cousins, you know. They're kind of thick. I think next time I would use more butter. But let's try it. I'm gonna dunk it. Mmm. Take a bite. Mmm. Okay, the Carbalose flour does have a specific taste of its own. It does, I'm not gonna lie. But it's not bad. It's very good. This is a chocolate chip cookie. I'm really glad that I only made half the recipe. Mmm. It's more like a chewy cookie, but it is a cookie, and you don't have to use as much chocolate chips as in Joanna's recipe, but they're very good. One thing I will say about the milk is that this is a great way to add more fat into your keto diet, because I take back what I said before on my lazy keto video about the carb quick not being keto, because really keto is low carb, high fat. That is the basics. And sometimes it's hard to get enough fat in your diet, and milk made of heavy whipping cream is a great way to add it. Alright peeps, thanks for stopping by for another video. We'll see you next time. Mmm.